Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to 2006. I forgot what year I was doing then. The 2006 Royal Rumble. This is kind of like a royalty, you had the gladiator theme. But the opening match was a Cruiserweight Open for the Cruiserweight title. Kid Cash is the champion against Funaki, Jamie Noble, Nunzio, Paul London, and Gregory Helms, who was, I believe, was a Raw superstar at the beginning. But in an 8 out of 10 match, because I think it was a really good Cruiserweight match, even though it was a bit short, Gregory Helms defeated everyone to win the title, and obviously he traded over to SmackDown. I think it was a really good match. I'm not a massive Cruiserweight fan, but this one I really got into it and I really enjoyed it. Next up we have Mickie James versus Ashley. I don't know why it was going on, but I do remember before the match, Mickie James basically told Trish that she loved her. Trish is a bit like, all confused. Mickie James beats Ashley. It was actually quite nearly an 8-minute match, but it was just, it wasn't great. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't great, but it weren't awful. I really like Mickie James. I've always liked Mickie James. I think Mickie James is a good wrestler. I like her character and stuff like that. So I was happy to see her win that. Next up, we got the Boogeyman versus JBL. It was like a 2-minute squash match as well. He's intimidating with the worms and stuff. Puts the worms in Jillian Hall's mouth. I think it was his pay-per-view debut as well, actually, the Boogeyman. I'm sure it was. I said that. It's the Boogeyman, not the Boogeyman, as if he comes to the ring like dancing. Oh, what was Ed Leslie, the Bruce and Barber beefcake? It was the Booty Man, that was it. I don't know why that's just made me think of that. And next up, oddly enough, we have the Royal Rumble. Now, the next 3 matches, the order are the Royal Rumble, John Cena versus Edge for the WWE title, and then 7th was Kurt Angle and Mark Henry. Now, there's something happens at the end of the Kurt Angle and Mark Henry match that makes this make sense. But for me, it should have been Kurt and Mark Henry, Cena Edge, the Rumble, or Kurt and Mark Henry, the Rumble, then Cena and Edge. It was just really weird, but they do it for a reason. Now we've got the Royal Rumble. Triple H and Rey Mysterio, number 1 and 2. This was just after Eddie's death, so Rey's doing it for Eddie Guerrero, and comes out in the lowrider, and he's doing all the classic Eddie stuff. Then we got Simon Dean, Psychosis, Flair, Big Show, Jonathan Coachman, Lashley, Kane, Carlito. Then a rash of SmackDown superstars: Benoit, Booker T, Joe Mercury, Tatanka, Johnny Nitro, Eugene. It lasted a fair while. And Road Warrior Animal. Van Dam, Matt Hardy, Super Crazy, Shawn Michaels, Chris Masters, Viscera, Shelton Benjamin, Goldust Orton, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio wins it in honour of Eddie, goes on and wins the title. Rest in peace, Eddie. Ray wouldn't have won that if Eddie hadn't ever died. I don't know who they would have gone with, but Ray enters second, doesn't he? Yeah. They're the same to second. Basically, 1 and 2 are the same number, really, aren't they? They both start the match at the same time. Just one comes down the ramp after the other. He lasted 1 hour, 2 minutes and 12 seconds, which is a record. Someone else does beat that record, but we're way... what we on? 2006. We're 14, 15, 17 years away from that. So yeah, there's a feud. I think this is the year where it's Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon, because everyone's like, "Oh, we're going to eliminate Shawn for you, Vince." But what ends up happening is Shane McMahon shows up. Vince comes down to, come on, Shawn. Shane comes up behind Shawn, throws him over. So, yeah, that is your Royal Rumble 2006. No, I was going to end the video then. I've just realised. It's because normally the Rumble matches last. We've got more matches. We've got John Cena versus Edge for the WWE title. The story of this is Edge is Money in the Bank. John Cena wins an Elimination Chamber match at New Year's Revolution. And then he's like battered and beaten and bruised on the floor. And then Vince comes out and he's like, "You got one more match." Edge is cashing in. Edge comes out, gives his briefcase to Vince. Vince says, "Go on." And Edge beats Cena. Then he has the live sex celebration where he's under that bed in the ring with Lita. John Cena disrupts that. I don't know why they gave Edge the title, I'll be honest with you, because what have I given this match? Giving this match a 7 out of 10. It was a really good match, but lol, Cena wins. I don't see why they had Edge cash in if it was just not even a month. I don't know, maybe a month-ish. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's like, obviously Edge goes on and he has longer title reigns, but it just seems stupid. Like, why let him cash in there to then only to lose it pretty much not even a month later? Well, it don't make sense. And we've got World Heavyweight title, Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry. A bit of a backstory. Batista was the champion, but he beat Mark Henry in a cage match, but he injured himself, so he had to give up the title. So there was a battle royal on SmackDown for the title. Kurt Angle wins by eliminating Mark Henry last. So that sets up this feud. Kurt was actually a Raw superstar as well, so he got flipped over. Kurt Angle wins. Nothing to write home about. 6 out of 10. Overall, a 7 out of 10. Now, this is why Kurt Angle and Mark Henry was last. Because at the end of the match, Kurt Angle celebrating. The arena goes black, gong goes off, and out walks the Undertaker. Undertaker doesn't walk out, he comes out in a carriage with horses. And then he's kind of like, run back, and he's like pointing at Kurt Angle, like, I want that title, which I don't think he actually... if I look at the aftermath, it says here... yeah. Oh, obviously Kurt loses the title to Ray. Forgot about that. But he does have a match at No Way Out with The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight title. So The Undertaker just comes back and goes, I want that World Heavyweight title. But yeah, so that's the aftermath of it. Thank you very much for watching. Nearly ended the video early. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that lovely stuff. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, or have a good night. And I shall see you guys next time. See you later. Bye bye.